Howdy, howdy, Sudevil here, and welcome to a quick testing video before the upcoming patch. Now, I was going to get ready to do a live stream, and I wanted to try and test some things, kind of want to do a before and after the patch set of tests, because they're going to be changing the Thane, they're going to be changing all the Dowie Lords, and I thought maybe I would test Ungrim Ironfist versus the charges, because he's going to get more mass and charge resistance and knockdown resistance, or additional, not some, but more than what he has right now. And so I grabbed a Beast Lord 1200. I just put him on a Chariot, no abilities or anything like that, and I grabbed Ungrim at 1350. He's going to be 1250 very soon, no abilities or anything like that. And I wanted to see, you know, right now, how many times can I charge him for free, essentially, without him hitting me back. And you know, so I thought I'd do my testing on this big map, and you know, just come in here and just try and cycle charge him over and over and see how many times I'm going to get hit with this Beast Lord. And you're really going to see, like, over and over and over, you knock him down every single time. Now, he took I think maybe a little impact damage there. What did he have? 410. Maybe that's an actual hit, I don't know. But the thing is, I've now tried this, like, he turns around sometimes, I don't know, but you can knock him down every single time. I've done this, I think this is the fourth time I've done this. I thought I'd film it and put it on a video just so I have a record of it. And so I can actually see what's going on, and you know, even to look into slow motion, like he's gonna sometimes he turns around, I don't know why he's doing that, but he's knocked over and over and over. If I go a little bit further away, maybe he won't actually get knocked over. And like sometimes he just wants to turn around. The AI does what the AI is going to do, and there's not really any way to get around it. You just got to try and get away a little bit, and then come on back, and he should turn around and then turn around and face and just stop, so that he can actually face the charge. And hopefully and you're gonna see, I'm just gonna keep on hitting him, and then I bowl him over. There we go. So you saw I like, you know, I hit him again, and basically now this is, I think this is the fourth time. I'll do this once again, just to document it, so that it's actually on a video. That, I mean, this is like 100% reliable. Now, I mean, I don't use Chariots. I mean, I only play the Dowie. I mean, I know how irritating it is to fight against them, but you can see it's 100% reliable to knock him down 100% of the time. It's not sometimes. I mean, I've done this now. This is the fourth time I'm going through this. I'm going to kill him without taking a single hit, and I'll take him from full health to none, no problems. And every time I hit him, I just keep driving into him until he finally falls down. So he turns around, and then I drive into him, and then there he falls down. So he didn't fall down for a while, so I just keep driving into him until he falls down. This is 100% of the time I knock him over. I just got to keep driving into him. And I think this is part of the problem. Now, my hypothesis is that the changes to Ungrim are not going to affect this this knockdown problem. Like, he's going to get some more mass, and he's going to get knockdown resistance, but I think that's not the problem with Footlords versus sort of, you know, high mass, like these Chariots or anything like that. I think the problem is that this interaction is bugged, or maybe if it's not bugged, it's just doesn't work. Because I'm gonna get there, he's gonna turn around, I'm just gonna keep going in, and then I knock him over. There we go. And I can just keep doing this until his health is gone. But I'm gonna keep doing it for all you Dowie fans. I can feel your rage building up. I can feel the grudge. being written in blood right now because this has been the way charges have been since the game has been released. But this is the irritating part. There he goes. Essentially, like so many, like not so many games, a few games at the end of the game, it's impossible to do anything to Chariots because they just do this. They just cycle charge you and you cannot do anything. And, so I mean, I suggested maybe you make it so that the hit roll goes before this roll does, and maybe that's it, maybe that isn't it. What you probably need to do is, what I'm thinking is happening is they're doing the check for knockdown over and over and over. Because he pushes them quite a ways usually. So they're doing that knockdown check over and over and over and over. So he's just going to run into him. He's going to push him, and then boom. He hasn't sent him flying all that many times. But he keeps on just pushing him until he knocks over. So maybe that knockdown check gets checked 20 times there. I don't know how many times it gets checked. But maybe it's 10 times. Maybe it's 20 times. Whatever it is, it's at least until I knock him down 100% of the time. Boom. There he goes again. Knocked down. No attack back. No nothing. And when I hit him, I get to hit him. Sometimes I get to do impact damage. Sometimes I get my full attack. So this is the way that like impact damage works. So I'll just come in and I'll just keep on doing this. Let your rage flow as you watch this. my Dowie brothers and sisters, and oh my goodness. So I'll get this on video. I'll upload it to my channel, and then I'll wait for the new Empire DLC with Nakai and everyone else to come out, and then I'll try this again. And I can try it again right away because I have, like I don't need the mod. Like I use test any general and unit testing fields, or pick any general rather and unit testing fields. Oh, I think I might not have gone far enough away this time. Well, maybe not. Maybe will he turn around? Yep, just in time. And there we go. Bowl him over. I've knocked him over every single time now. I haven't knocked him flying yet. I don't think. You don't knock him flying that overly often. But you do knock him flying from time to time. I don't know how much mass this Chariot has in the Beast Lord. Like maybe it's a mass thing. I don't know. But you knock him down every time. There's 100% chance I'm going to knock him down. And, therein I know lies the frustration, because I've been at the end of a battle, with Malekith on a Chariot, and he's killed 2 runesmiths of mine. I mean, I have the battle on I don't know where it is exactly, but I have the battle on the channel somewhere, like, I don't know, 6 months ago, 4 months ago, where the end of the battle I had 2 runesmiths left, and this is Malekith on a Chariot, boom. Come in, knock me over, don't take any damage. And he was like down to like, 400 health or something really, really low. And he couldn't hit him. So, I mean, I suggested that maybe the attack roll should happen before this roll before the have you knock me over roll happens. I'm starting to think maybe the knockdown resist chance and the knockdown chance, shouldn't be like 15% or 20%, but it should be like 98% or 99%. Because even at 99%, if it's checked over and over and over again, like 10 times, you're still going to get knocked down all the time. Or these characters should be completely immune to knockdown. Now, that's... I honestly, I thought about it, and, is this if you're going to get knocked down like 10% of the time, like if he stayed up there and took a shot and got some damage in, I'm okay with getting knocked down. I don't mind it so much, but because look at, I'm you can reliably do this every time. Now, when the actual change happens, we'll go and test it again. So I'll get this up on the channel. We'll go and take a look and see what happens. And you can see pushes him, boom, knocked over. There we go. No attack back. So That's actually what I think is happening. And if I'm correct, if what's happening is that the knockback roll happens over and over and over and over until you finally knock him over, because it's the only way it could happen. This is the fourth time I've done it. I'm knocking him down 100% of the time and not taking even one hit of damage in return. So, this is not, gameplay as intended. This is a bug or an oversight. There he goes, knock him down again. So now I just get to go off this way, and I can do this, maybe I couldn't do it 1,000 times out of 1,000 because I'm old and I'm slow in my, but I've been able to do it a lot, and this is my fourth battle like this in a row. So I'll turn around, and he has charge defense against large. That's why he probably does that, so he doesn't have to worry about this massive 103 charge bonus from the Beast Lord. But yeah, this is how it is. Now, if we go and check this after the DLC drops and the changes have been made, because CA is definitely trying to stop this. They are 100% trying to stop this. If we can do this after the DLC, because they're going to add 600 mass to Ungrim, and they're going to add knockback resist chance and knockdown chance resist or something like that, plus 10 of each of them. If this still happens precisely the same, and I can knock him down 100% of the time, then it's a bug. That's not a it's an oversight as to how the mechanic works. Because I can see, you see how I'm knocking him down there? I can see how to make really epic charges, you want to make sure that everyone goes flying. Right? So maybe they allow it to check over and over. And you see multiple times when you watch charges, that's why you'll see some units go flying right away, and some seem to kind of get pushed back, but they eventually go flying. And it really does make cavalry charges look really epic. And, so maybe that's how they had to do that and make it check over and over and over again. But if it's going to happen with lords, you actually have to make the check chance incredibly low, or you can do what's happening here, is where you knock him down over and over. Or you make the lords, if I'm going to get knocked down 100% of the time, I need to be able to hit him. Need to have my own chances of hitting him every time. So you have to make the attack roll happen before. But if you made the attack roll happen first, those epic charges, your cavalry would go in for an epic charge against something, and they would get completely obliterated. It would change the balance of the game massively. There's no way, I don't think it could work. So I think the only solution is either to make your lords have an incredibly high knockback resist chance, like 95% or 99%, or to make him immune from knockbacks altogether. I mean, which wouldn't be all that fun. I mean, I think it's okay to get knocked back once in a while, but for there to be 100% chance of being knocked down is just, this is where the problem is, and this is why, as the Dowie, you need some sort of way to deal with this. So you try and get, Trollhammer torpedoes or something that's really, really strong against Cav. You add that with the Rune of Wrath and Rune, and try and put a double rune on and snare them, and you have to do something, because this is completely unstoppable. This is actually, if you watch people who are really, really good with their chariots, they can make them go through your whole line, and that's why they don't take a ton of damage unless they've been slowed and focused. They can just go through your whole line, take essentially no damage at all, and emerge on the other side having killed 30 models. And this is exactly why, because the models don't get a chance to attack back, and away you go. So, and I am going to keep going until I've killed Ungrim Ironfist, so that each and every one of the dwarf lovers on this channel can be fully filled with absolute rage. We want this grudge to be written in a fountain of Dowie blood, so that we don't forget this, and that we commit to getting this fixed. So, and you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. maybe we do this test again in 3 days, and lo and behold, it's fixed. Could be. They're adding a lot of mass, so he's not going to get pushed back quite so hard. But if he gets knocked down 100% of the time, then that's that. So you'll turn around. Okay, set, boom, and there he goes. Yeah, I was I was reading one forum. Forums are kind of fun. I haven't been in the forums of any kind for years, because they can be pretty harsh places if you're not prepared for sort of the back and forth that goes on. But I was reading in one forum that if you stop the Dawi from getting knocked over, it would actually help them because when they're knocked over, they can't be damaged. So rune lords and runesmiths and stuff would somehow be helped by this effect. Just the stuff people say. It's so crazy. Oh man, oh yes, that would definitely help me if you could charge me infinitely, and instead of taking you 50 charges, it takes you 100 charges to kill me. That helps me, even though you take no damage either way. Yeah, I don't know. So you can watch our proud Ungrim Ironfist, the strongest of us all in fighting big things, until Gotrek gets here, I guess. I don't know who will be tougher, Gotrek or Ungrim. But this will happen with Gotrek too. It won't be any different. Boom. There we go. So I think the actual, like I said, I think the actual solution to this is the knockback resistance has to be turned up, and way up on Footlords only. Because, I mean, this would be the same for Grimgor Ironhide. And he'll be less because he's not getting this, maybe he's already had a mass buff, I don't know. He's not going to be getting the same buffs that the Dawi. He's getting the knockback resistance buff, but he's not getting a mass buff in this one. So maybe he already has the mass, I don't know. But, it's not like this is a really big thing like, Mazdamundia on Slack or something, which we will test again. I mean, it's just a Beast Lord on a Chariot. And only one pig? Yeah, only one pig. One pig, one chariot. It's not a unbelievable amount of stuff, but you can see it knock them over every single time. And it's just a matter of go, come back, and go. And I mean, I can see why people who play factions with chariots enjoy being able to do this. Because it's like it's very, very exploitable. And until you see it like this, it doesn't make sense as to why. Now I see it. And it's funny, I just wanted to test that to kind of see, okay, what's the difference going to be after? And I thought, well, Ungrim will get some hits in, but no, he gets knocked down every single time. 100 out of 100. You just got to keep on attacking, and you just bowl him over, and it keeps rolling until you knock him down, and then he doesn't get a hit in. Time after time after time. And, maybe I'm like, yeah, it's the AI. The AI doesn't actually face up and a charge. But, if you're charging in, maybe you get an attack. No. You shouldn't be knocked over every single time. This should not be a reliable way to be a 100% reliable that I just run into him and knock him over. Especially with charge defense against large. Or charge defense against all, and he has charge defense against large. So charge defense against large, I mean, if you're faced up, you should probably have 100% knockback resist. If you've sturdied up or something like that. We'll see exactly what this comes out to be, but, I just want to make sure that I got this down. Say, okay, this is why it's happening. He's dead now, so that's it. 100% reliable. That's 4 battles out of 4 battles. Ungrim Ironfist doesn't get one single hit pointed damage on a Beast Lord, even though he has charge defense against large. And he gets, not only that, he gets bowled to the ground every single time, 100% of the time, 100 times out of 100. I don't know how many times I charged him in this, but I've done 4 battles now, and every single time I've knocked him over. So that therein, I think, lies the actual problem, is exactly how that's interacting. And my hypothesis is this additional mass and this additional knockback resist won't actually stop this effect from occurring. So I'll put the video up on the channel, and I won't worry about posting on any forums or any discussion. Really, this is the before, and then I'm going to do the after, and then we'll look at the difference. If the hypothesis is correct, the result will be I'll be able to knock him over 100 times out of 100 and kill him without getting one hit in return. And that's how we'll see. So I mean, that's science, right? You have an observation, you use it to make a prediction, and then you test that prediction. So that's the prediction. In 4 days, we'll try it again, and I will film it, and I'll put it out there for all of you guys to see. And maybe if it's something very clear, we can put that on the forums, and hopefully it'll actually be fixed. And this might be forever game changing for the Dao, because if there is a faction that can be absolutely really dominated by chariots, it is the Dao. And if this is actually fixed and corrected, chariots are still going to be strong against the Dao, but at least you'll have some counterplay. Anyways, I hope you found this video interesting, and I will see you soon.